Hello, my fellow cigar smokers, and welcome to Smoker Spot. We are starting with a new series. We call it Cigar Pairing. We are pairing different cigars with different stuff. Most obvious is like whiskey, rum, or something, but we also do coffee, chocolate, or different kind of foods. Today we are starting with an espresso and an Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure number 2. So again, a Cuban cigar, and we have a pretty good espresso. Stay tuned. A while ago, we were already doing a more general, or we're taking a more general approach on cigars and coffee. So since we're doing today a cigar and an espresso, we are going a little bit more into detail. Let's start with the cigar that we are smoking today. As I said, it's the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure number 2. One of the not only very old Cuban brands, but it's also one of the classical Vitola. The Epicure number 2 is more or less an Robusto. 50 ring gauge and 4.8 something inches long. It has a very, well, it's not very strong. When you smell it, a little bit of earth, maybe. Let's see what the cold draw is telling us. Today, we're using a weak cut. Looking good. So, let's see. Earth. The typical Cuban leather tone. Swinging along with it and some sweetness. So, nothing spectacular. But let's hope that this time we have a little bit more luck with the cigar. Toasting it a little bit, just add around the edges, so that a little ash circle can build upon the cigar. This way we can guarantee, well, not guarantee, but the chances are a little bit higher that the burn is good if we're starting this way. Looking good. First few puffs, revealing nothing more than we already had in the smell. Very balanced, very mild. So, and here, well, I cannot turn it. Great job. Great. Okay, I lost some of my espresso, but I will find another way to show you how it looks like. It's a Schümli espresso. That's a Swiss brand. They're doing very good cigars. Coffee. The Cubans are doing good cigars. In Switzerland, they're doing good coffee. So, how do we do it? How do we actually pairing a cigar and some coffee, other than just drinking and smoking? In general, there are different approaches on it. What I like to do first is take a sip of my coffee. You still have the flavors of the coffee in your mouth, on the tongue. And you're making a few puffs. And the flavors of the cigar and the flavors of the coffee are coming together in your mouth and building an other experience than when you just only smoke the cigar alone or drinking the coffee alone. So the flavors of the cigar and the flavors of the coffee, they are getting combined for a new flavor. In this case, the coffee, since it's in strong espresso, it has some of this mild bitterness, and at the same time, you have this sweetness of the roasted coffee beans. That with the Schümli coffee is very, well, not overwhelming, but it's very in the foreground. So we have the bitterness of the espresso, the sweetness of the roasted coffee beans, and you have the earth, leather flavors of the cigar that are coming together with the coffee. Good combination. So the other way that you can do it is first take a few puffs of your cigar. And you're drinking the coffee after you had inhaled the smoke of the cigar. It's different. Actually, I mean, that's you can wonder about that because it's still the same cigar and still the same coffee, but the order makes a difference. So it's different when you're smoking first and drinking then, and it's a little bit different when you're first smoking and drinking the espresso afterwards. Of course, that action that you were doing most recently is a little bit in the foreground. So when you're puffing first and drinking the coffee flavor is a little bit stronger. When you do the other way around, the cigar flavors are a little bit more in the foreground. So you have to try yourself. This time, maybe you favor the coffee flavors or the cigar flavors, and this way you can combine it. No matter what you do or how you do it, if you are pairing, you need to take some time in order to do it. It's nothing that you can rush into because then you you can't make any difference then. What is the coffee? What is the cigar? You really have to concentrate at least a little bit when you want to actually pair something and not just do it. Because when you just do it, when you're just thinking about nothing, just smoking, then you wait a while, and then you drink a coffee. Even then you have this combination of flavors, but when you're not thinking about it or when you're not focused on it, it's just there. And it's like when you're trying to find out the aromas of a cigar alone. you have to concentrate on it. You know, when you're just puffing and doing nothing, it's just smoking, which is cool too. I mean, nothing against just smoking a cigar. That's perfect. That's my most favorite thing to do. But there are different kinds, different ways of smoking a cigar. Focus on the cigar, or just smoke a cigar and thinking nothing. That can be like a meditation too. So we have the Schümli Espresso and the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure #2 coming together for a very mild and sweet experience. I would say when you're combining this Hoyo de Monterrey with an espresso, in this case the Schümli, but you can take it as espresso too, it's a very good starter. Maybe the first thing in the morning. Because it's not very strong, not very intense. It's mild, even all the flavors are mild. The sweetness, the earth, the leather, the bitterness of the coffee. They are not so much, they're not bold, you know. So that's an easy-going experience. I would say give it a try. Try an espresso. Try the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure #2 together. Try to concentrate a little bit on it. And let me know what you think. Maybe, most probably, you're using a different coffee. If so, if you're using, I don't know, Lavazza, Illy, whatever, give that one a try and let me know what you think. And if you have enough time and you would really like to do it and you're into that pairing thing, try the same cigar with different coffees and then try to find out what the difference is between the coffees. And then slowly but steady, if you're trying different coffees, you will find your perfect match for your Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure #2, and you will find the perfect coffee for it. For me, it's a Schümli, because I already tried it a couple of times, and I tried different espressos, and that's my favorite. If you don't know where you can find this coffee, I will put a link down in the description. It's no advertisement. It's just a tip if you want to. If you don't know where to find it, go over there and give it a try. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful espresso, a good cigar. Hopefully the Hoyo de Monterrey #2, which in this case is very good. Also, it's a Cuban cigar. Burn was good. Draw's good up to now. And I hope to see you soon at Smokers.